Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we shall revise the classification of market and then we will look into the features of perfect competition market. So, here our major focus will be on perfect competition market and its features. But before we go to the features of perfect competition market, let us very quickly recall the classification of market based on competition. Like all of you know, the market structure based on competition can be broadly divided into two categories. First is the perfect competition market and other is the imperfect competition market. And under perfect competition market, we don't have any subcategories. But under the imperfect competition market, we have the different types of market. There are monopoly, then we have the duopoly, then we have oligopoly, and we have the monopolistic. So these are the different type of imperfect competition market that we have. Like I told in the beginning in this video, our focus will be on the perfect competition market and its features. Let us see the features of perfect competition market. Now, this is the very important question that is generally asked in the tests in exams and in the competitive examination and the professional courses entrance also. So, it is important for us to know these features very well. Let us take one by one. The first one is the large number of buyers and sellers. This is very important point. This is the very important feature here because the entire market revolves around this point. So when you write the features, the first thing should be this. Next point is free entry and exit. It means that if this is the marketplace, anybody who interested to start the business can get inside this marketplace. If they are done with their business, they can leave. It means that there are no barriers which are stopping the players from entering and existing from marketplace. Next point is free mobility of factors of production. We know the factors of production are land, labor, capital, and organizational skill. So, here all these factors are assumed to be available freely in whatever quantity, quality you want. It is available. Next point is homogeneous set of goods and services. All the sellers will sell the goods which are homogeneous. But now, what is the meaning of word homogeneous? Homogeneous is same type. समझ रहे हो? It is all same. There is absolutely no difference between the goods that are sold by different sellers. Okay. Next point is perfect knowledge. So what happens here? Both the buyers as well as the sellers will have complete knowledge and perfect knowledge about the goods and services that they are dealing with. So they know the input process, the output process, the demand, supply, the price, everything is known to them. Next point is price taking market. Oh, next point is price taking market. It means that the seller in this market are not in a position to decide the price of the goods and services that they are selling. Hmm? So, the question is arises who decides it? It is decided by the demand and supply mechanism, the number of units that are demanded and the number of units that are supplied, and they intersect at a point and they it's called as point of equilibrium. समझ रहे हो? And that is the deciding factor when it comes to the price. No individual seller or no individual buyer is big enough to decide the price of the goods and services sold in this type of market, perfect competition market. Next point is no transportation cost. No transportation cost. Next point is no transportation cost. See, generally, when does the idea of transportation come into the business? See, there are two important points in business. First is the point of production and other is the point of consumption. समझ रहे हो? And there are chances where the point of production and consumption are separated by distance. And for the production activity to happen, raw material source is equally important. So, producer will either set up its production facility close to the raw material source or to the consumer place, customer place. Okay, and it is a very rare case where he can find a point where both raw material and customer base are close to its point of production. So this is the general thing that happens, but like we told, here it is the idealistic condition. So it is assumed that there are a lot of raw material sources which are close to the production facility. So there is no money spent on raw material and there are large number of customers, that is buyers, who are available for a given product. So the producer is not spending either on procurement of raw material or on sending the finished goods to the consumers. So he is saving on the transportation cost. So these are most important points. I hope all of you understood this. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.